supposed to do the intro now, right?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Jesus, fuck.
I want you to keep this in.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Hello, and welcome to another episode of playonultra podcast. This is episode 203. I'm like 99% sure.
So you could be right.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We did check.
I double checked. Wait, hold on.
That's good.
It is, yeah. It is. 203.
Woo!
I guess technically we're doing the April episode.
Yeah, it's
so
like the
March,
April, timey-wimey times a construct.
We wanted to do every number, the corresponding month. We were good for 2 months. 201, 202, and then we just fuck it.
Well.
Life gets in the way.
It does.
How are y'all?
Doing okay. This month was personally weird for like family stuff, but otherwise I'm hanging in there. I'm doing okay.
So most of us, that's what most of us are doing. They're just hanging on.
Making do with what we got with a world on fire. Yay. Sometimes literally.
Do you do anything for Easter? It's coming up, right?
Yes, Easter's next weekend. I mean, I used to. I don't really go to church anymore, so not really. And no one in my household really cares about it. So the only people who would care would be like my parents. But I mean, we're fine. It's just probably not happening. There's just been a lot of family stuff happening, so we're not trying to plan anything. But yeah,
no bunny rabbits and stuff.
No, Easter, even as a kid, was never like a big holiday for me. It wasn't like Christmas or Halloween or anything like that. I think it was because the Easter Bunny was like the only holiday figure or whatever that I knew from the beginning didn't exist. And so there was just no like, cool, you can paint some eggs, but I'm also at the time not really an eggs person. I'll take the chocolate basket, though. That sounds fun. And then church. And then very heavy stuff at church. So, you know.
What have you all been doing? I rewatched Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Nice. I need to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it this weekend. I have some time.
Again. I was considering seeing it again.
Ooh.
It's so
consider
good.
That.
It's just as good as the first time I watched it.
Is it on a streaming platform?
Not that I know of.
I'm not sure. It's distributed by A24.
Dang. Okay.
A24, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll need to. Because
So
I intended to watch it, but I thought. Yeah, because I thought it was on streaming, so I was going to watch it. If it's in theaters again, maybe I can try to watch it again. Watch it through there, I mean, because I really want to see it, but ways to see it prove difficult. But yeah, haven't seen it yet. We are seeing the D&D movie this Sunday with our D&D group, as you should. So I'm excited for that.
Are y'all wearing...
No.
Are y'all cosplaying? Okay.
I ain't got time for that. You can't even bring like masks and weapons at the door of movie theaters anymore, so...
Wait, you can't bring what?
Weapons and masks.
What kind of masks? Like face masks?
Like full face covering
full
masks,
face.
yeah.
Right. So like Phantom or Casey Jones kind of hockey masks, this kind of stuff?
Yeah, my, during, I forget which Star Wars movie it was, but my wife came in with like a cloak, a lightsaber, and one of these kind of masks. Like it covers like right here, and she was told she had to put the weapon away and take the mask off. So, you know, because America is sane. So yeah, no, probably not. I'm sure I'll wear something silly because I don't go out very much. So when I do, I want to wear clothes that I like. But otherwise, yeah, nothing special. We're just going to go see it. Surprisingly hearing good things about it, which is shocking. So I'm sure it will be an entertaining time.
I've heard good things about it. Trailer looks fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's what it probably should be. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. It sounds like there's like references. So if you play Dungeons and Dragons, you'll know those references.
References to Stranger Things? No, I'm joking.
No. But like, what the fuck is an owl bear? Anyway, but apparently for anyone else, it's an entertaining fantasy adventure movie. So that's cool. At least there's not.
That's nice.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, something in between all the superhero stuff. I haven't seen the new Ant-Man movie, so I guess I know where my brain's at.
I'm not. No, I don't think I'm gonna watch that.
I'll probably see it streaming at some point just to keep up, but yeah.
Yeah, later on, not like a watch at the cinema kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't need to. I mean, unless they do one of those big movies, like a big Avengers movie. I'm not sure the next time I'm going to be going to theaters for an Avengers movie. I don't know, but that's okay. It is what it is. Let's see. We have not been very consistent, but I still haven't finished Andor, but we are watching it. And we're also watching the new Mandalorian, which is okay. I definitely have some mixed feelings on the direction, but I'm going to withhold that judgment till I see till the end, because it could go anywhere. But certainly right now it's okay. It's certainly
I think I watched
not.
episode 1.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
It gets pretty there was a really good episode, I think it was episode 3, that was not focused on the Mandalorian but was really good. And it's a lot of controversy because it's definitely setting up for the final Star Wars mainline movie and like the weird jumps they did there, which is okay, but it was an interesting from like Star Wars political sense of things, but we'll see. I don't know where it's gonna go.
I don't know. Episode 1, the plot was just kind of weak for me, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was.
How many
episodes
was pretty weak. Now? How many episodes are they in? 3? Okay.
Is it only 3? Okay, maybe
3 or 4, I guess.
I feel like I missed the 4th one, but maybe I haven't yet. I'll see.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm confusing it with Picard. 5. There's 5 episodes.
Okay,
Picard
maybe I've seen 4.
3?
Mandalorian season 3 has 5 episodes out this week.
Okay.
And you're watching Picard season 3.
And I'm also watching Picard season 3, which I think only has 3 episodes out. But let me check right now. Maybe it's also 5. Maybe I just can't count.
I think I missed the 5th episode. What
I just
are
remember
numbers?
the first number. Season 3, they only have 3 episodes and they're done. That's how seasons work, right?
But yeah, I think I've only seen 4 episodes of The Mandalorian. I think I missed this week's episode, so we'll catch up. But I want to watch more of Andor because that one's really interesting to me.
Andor's really good.
Yeah,
definitely the strongest one.
It just came out at a bad time, I think. Like normally we were keeping up with those shows, but I think it came out when we were starting to be a little just kind of
tired.
Tired. Yeah. So I think we just missed it, and now it's just like hard to keep up. And we're also there's, like I mentioned before, there's been a lot of stress, and so we're also kind of in a mood where, like, it's usually my wife who controls the TV remote and puts the shows on, but she's been on a house binge lately, which is interesting.
House MD?
The show. Yeah, House MD, the show. So that's what's been on TV. Yeah, it's a good show. It hasn't aged very well, but it's a good show. Some of the old episodes are a little hard for me to watch, just because of just a lot of the I one time actually had to walk away because the fat phobia was so bad. It was a real.
I mostly like the medical mystery parts.
Yeah.
Not the whole he's a genius so he can be an asshole part.
Yeah, well, because that was, I mean, those shows were very pop. This was like what, early 2000s, not quite 2010s.
But the whole like asshole genius thing stretched out quite a bit. Sherlock was what, 2000 what?
Probably 2010ish. I think that's right.
Right.
Because I was in college.
Yeah, I remember it was like 2010s. And
yeah. But yeah, that was a popular and House kind of wasn't one of the first, but like definitely was one of the
popularized it,
for sure. And so and then there were tons of like Sherlock, because House was meant to be Sherlock, like 1-to-1, but medical stuff. And at the time was quite original, but now, of course, just is like, oh, there's a lot of these kinds of shows out there. I'm very glad. It's tiring. Yes, I'm very glad that trope has died. But yeah, no, it's a good show, but it's a little hard for me to watch nowadays. Also, I never watched the final 2 or 3 seasons, and whoo, those are weird. There's some weird seasons. But yeah, so anyway, the point is that's been on TV, and none of us really have the energy to be like, let's watch something else. So we're in that mode where we're just like watching comfortable things, not new things.
Yeah.
Because anxiety. So otherwise, what else have I done? Trying to get through Dragon Age Origins, like I talked about, just haven't made progress. Playing a little bit of 14. 14 is, the current patch is pretty dead, so there's not a ton to do, unfortunately, much to the chagrin of the fan base. In July, they're going to have FanFest, which was an extremely limited ticket run, which really angered a lot of people. They literally had to do lottery for the tickets to go to this, like, convention in Las Vegas.
Who do you buy it from? Like, convention tickets, who do you buy it from? It's not Ticketmaster or some shit, right?
I don't think it's I think it's their own, like, FanFest ticket thing. The problem is that they self-imposed a restriction and basically said, sign up. So what they did was they first did a lottery system. So you signed up if you were interested, like with your email or your account. And then if you were a winner, they would send you an email saying you can get a ticket. And any left over from that was a first come, first serve on their website, like another day, which of course crashed. And I know no one really in my close friend group got a ticket to go. Maybe a couple of my wife's, but not anybody I really knew well. We're still going to Vegas because we're going to meet up with some friends, because you can still do live streaming of what's happening, and we're just going to go to Vegas. So we're still going to go, but we just won't be at the actual fan fest, which is whatever. But that's going to be where they reveal like the next big patch. So it's going to be big news, but we'll see.
Or just stay at home and read the patch notes.
I know. Like, that's the problem is that my wife really just wanted to go to Vegas. And so we had already gotten tickets and booked a hotel room before she told me that it was a lottery system for the tickets. And I was like, it's a what? Yeah. I had no idea. And she was like, yeah, but it's fine. We'll just go anyway. And I was like, all right.
It's pretty common to do it that way.
For sure.
For when there's way too much demand compared to
supply. I
mean, my friend
is
trying to get tickets to not even BTS. One of the BTS members is doing a solo tour.
Oh, jeez.
Sold out in minutes. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So it's
gosh.
And she tried looking at like 3 different countries that's like near us. Because there's just this thing where a lot of like international artists don't like to come to Malaysia for very, very good reasons. And they usually will be in Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, which is literally our 3 fucking neighbors. It's so fucking annoying.
That's so weird.
It's not. It's not weird.
It's not weird. Okay, I don't know the politics.
It's just Malaysia being very very Muslim country about it. Even though officially we're like secular, but we're not. We're really not. So it's just one of those things. I think the last biggest, we had Blackpink recently, which is a pretty popular Korean girl group. We had Billie Eilish, I think, before that.
Oh, wow.
Like, these were the 2 big ones. But even then, like, we just have a lot of issues. Not just with like the whole like conservative rules and stuff, but also like the organizers just do a really shitty job sometimes. Yeah.
Not too bad.
We just do not have proper, like, we can be better at it, but we just don't give a shit, I guess. I don't know. We complain, and then it's just a cycle. But yeah, is trying to get like tickets. There's a lottery system for members, blah blah blah, this and that. It's just fuck.
Yeah, and then you mentioned Ticketmaster, which was not impacting the Final Fantasy thing, but certainly is a problem. I didn't do it seriously, but when I'm an ironic fan of Taylor Swift, and so when she came out to tour, I was like, oh, that'd be cool. And then I heard the controversy, and I went, no, thank you. I'm not going to pay $5,000.
Jeez.
I might be a little exaggerating, but it definitely could get to the thousands with how Ticketmaster was to get like decent seats. And certainly the scalpers at that point. But yeah, I don't know if you heard, but there's some other kind of, not like a big band, but kind of a decent sized band that at least tours in like parts, like the big areas of the United States, purposely made their tickets not any higher than a certain price, like $40
Are we talking about
or something.
1975 or something?
No, this year.
No. I mean, the name of the band is 1975.
Oh, I actually don't know the name. I'm sorry, but it could be. All I know is they made their they made it that their tickets capped by like I don't know, $40-$50 or something.
Yeah.
But Ticketmaster like just jumped all of their processing fee prices and stuff like that more than normal. It's just gross. Anyway.
Because if I'm not mistaken, how they do it is Ticketmaster have exclusive rights to the venues.
Pretty much,
if the venues don't give exclusive rights, they just fuck them up or something because Ticketmaster is like such a monopoly now.
Yeah, Ticketmaster, there was I don't remember the name of the company, but Ticketmaster merged with Live Nation, maybe? They merged with another big, like, it wasn't a ticket company, but like basically a venue company. And it definitely, if you look at it, probably should have been illegal based on America's basically worthless laws on merges and stuff like that to prevent issues like this. But it went through, and here we are.
I believe my friend is trying to get tickets from Live Nation. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think I could be wrong.
They operate all the way here, so it's just they're really big.
Yeah, I feel like Ticketmaster and Live Nation are the same thing, but I could be wrong. I think they are, though.
But basically, it's just a few companies having a monopoly worldwide. Yeah.
Most things are. But yeah, otherwise, I'm trying to think if anything else interesting happened. I think that's really been it. It's been a little boring once again over here. What have you been up to, Fro?
I saw both Ant-Man and D&D.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Ant-Man was visually fun. I'd put it in the bottom half of Marvel movies, though. Plot-wise, it really, from a macro level, didn't make a lot of sense. But the acting was good. The characters were interesting. The powers shown were cool.
Okay.
It was
I'll
fine.
probably take a watch.
I don't know. Yeah. D&D was very good.
Great.
I was surprised. Because I don't know what to compare it to, but it was better than half of the Marvel movies, at least. I'd probably put it in the compared to Marvel movies. Because it's like, it's action.
The D&D movie is
it's
part
action
of the top
comedy
half
comparing
of the
it to
Marvel
contemporaries. It was kind of maybe more like the first Pirates of the Caribbean, with more action and less jokes. Slightly. I was going to tweak it that way.
Oh, fewer jokes. I'm surprised.
Yeah, are all the jokes in the trailers?
No.
Okay.
I think because there's less, it's less jokey and more like most of the comedy I think comes from the situation. Like the very minor spoiler, they cast Talk to the Dead at one point, which is like you get to ask 5 more, not quite literally, but more or less like yes no simple questions to a corpse, and then they go away, and they keep screwing it up. So they even like just dig up more and more corpses, and like they get their answer after like 2 questions. Like, well, we gotta come up with like 3 more questions. So it's like, what's your favorite food? You know, just like doing silly stuff like that, which is pretty good.
That's great, because that's like a D&D joke. Like if you play D&D, that like could happen in a game. That's great. I'm pretty excited then. So the humor actually like makes sense, because I was afraid. The only thing I was afraid of was that the humor was going to be like, basically, I would say more like our modern. Like modern, like Star Wars, Marvel kind of thing, where like it's so it's a little so fourth wall that you're like, okay, like I still like that humor. It still gives me a chuckle, but it is a little
done well. But it's
exactly.
Because the problem with like the D&D movie on paper is you're like saying like, oh, I'm gonna make a movie based off of D&D. It's almost the same thing as you're saying I'm making a movie based off of the concept of fantasy. It's like, what does that mean, right? Is it tropes? Is it a movie of tropes? But no, this was good.
Good.
There was one really bad moment in the beginning. This is not part of the movie. This is not a spoiler at all. But like the trailers, the last trailer has finished. There's like a D&D like logo kind of thing. So I think the movie's starting, and it just cuts to the cast as actors like hi, we play heroes in D&D, but you know who the real heroes are? You, for coming to a movie theater and buying popcorn. Like, what the fuck is this? I feel so bad for you actors having to like just say this bullshit.
Do stupid shit like that.
It's so cringy. It's just awful.
Is it because they're just trying to get people to come back into cinemas or something?
I think so. I saw it in AMC, which is like a very base border, like non-fancy, no frills theater.
Yeah.
Because actually, D&D wasn't even showing in the theater I usually go to.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more. It's good.
I'm excited. I'm going to see it this Sunday with our D&D group, and I'm really excited that they did a good job. I knew they could, but you know,
I'll probably rewatch it at some point because because it's not boring and the action, like the choreography, is so fast and like just like I just want to see it play out again to like so I can look at different things that happen because it's too fast to like follow sometimes in a cool way, not like in a Dark Knight way where it's like what happened. Like I know some things that happened. There's just a lot of things happening, so like I want to watch it again.
Oh, good. I'm really glad because like making a D&D movie really shouldn't be that hard. Like I gotta say, I mean, I think it's easy to screw up in a lot of different ways, but like I think also it's not hard to make it just campy and stuff like that. But and just like make it work. But no, it sounds like it's a solid movie, so that's exciting. I'm happy. You
basically have a just a pretty empty canvas, but with like some fundamentals in it. You just have to
and I know
they definitely drop enough names. Like they're like you never go there with like, oh yeah, you know, I have a cousin in Baldur's Gate, or like so and so in Neverwinter. Like they're dropping names that we all know, which is kind of fun.
There's someone turns into an owl bear. They fight. I'm pretty sure I saw in the preview a gelatinous cube at some point. There's a mimic. Like they do little things like that, which is cool.
They do a pretty good job with the banner monsters.
Yeah. So like that's really nice. It's an ensemble cast, which is how it should be. It's if you're doing a D&D movie, it's not just one person.
She froze for me.
She froze for me too. With a very weird facial expression.
Very excited.
I'm keeping this in. Fuck it. So yeah, as Sarah comes back.
Yeah. Well, I will say I saw a trailer that. I hadn't seen anything about this movie yet, and I know you'll be excited for it. I'm actually kind of hyped after seeing the trailer for Transformers: Rise of Beasts.
Okay.
It's actually, like this looks.
Looks pretty decent, right? Yeah.
I haven't seen the last like 2 or so Transformers movies, but like,
I
might see this one.
Don't watch the last couple of Michael Bay ones. It's just really bad.
Did Michael Bay do Bumblebee? Because I heard that was okay.
Michael Bay did not do Bumblebee, and I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Cool.
Pretty decent. And this is like the sequel to Bumblebee.
The last Michael Bay one I saw was the one with it's like some Kings. I think Kings was in the name, and it had the Mega Transformer who's like the wreck. He had like wrecking balls for testicles, like a very Michael Bay joke, and that was a garbage movie.
Yeah.
If you didn't need to know, if you couldn't tell from that a little bit.
So I read the design for like the animal one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And all the toys are out, so the toys are pretty decent.
And they have new Transformers. Like they have like the Lady Transformer, who I think is super cool.
Are you talking about the hawk or the eagle, the bird?
No, this is a car one.
Should be RC, I believe. No,
Sounds...
she broke.
She broke.
Now I gotta switch the scenes for OBS.
Oh, I mean, she'll be back in a second. We can just be... I don't know. Switch it if you can. There was one other trailer that was actually good. I'm trying to remember what it was now, but I'm not able to.
Is Suzume showing in your like theaters right now? Suzume is the newest movie by not Shinji Mikami. Shinji Mikami made Resident Evil or something. That's not the guy.
Spell it?
Suzume, Suzume.
Oh, Suzu, there it is. I see it. Oh, that looks cool.
The guy who made Your Name and Weathering with You.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Director Makoto Shinkai.
Yes, Shinkai. God damn it. God, can never remember his freaking name.
I've only seen Your Name, and I liked it a lot. No, I don't know. I bet there might be... It looks like, after Google, it looks like it's showing Thursday, April 13th. So I guess it comes out in a couple weeks here.
Makoto Shinkai, his name sells movies. Like he's one of the best filmmakers.
Probably deservedly.
And Your Name was amazing. Weathering with You were pretty good, not the best, especially coming after Your Name.
From you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
Your Name was just like it's very hard to top it. But I heard Suzume is pretty good too. So
okay. I'll put that definitely on my radar.
I think trying to because it is showing here, so I do want to watch it. But the D&D movie seems pretty nice too.
I mean, if the movie is in theaters right now that I want to see the most is John Wick 4. I didn't see it because I had to sit. My lady Hamner, she's like, you can't see it without me. I'm like, you're right, I can't. But she's busy. She did not have the day off like I had the day off.
Apparently, it's 3 hours long.
I don't care. I want to see it.
I heard it's pretty good. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy the third one though. It was okay.
The third one was definitely, I think. Wait. Which is the one? It's not the first one. Which is it? 2 or 3 that has the opening sequence is him like running through like a gun museum and like he builds like a gun on the fly and then he's like in a hallway of knives and he's just like throwing like 20 knives into like one guy.
Was that the openings? Oh, that could. I think
it's
that's
like the first
3.
action sequence, like the first like 20 minutes.
I think it was number 3. I'm not sure.
I think it was 3 too because I remember liking that a lot and then being bored by the dog sequence that took way too long.
I like
I liked
the dog sequence. That's number 3, right? With Halle Berry.
Yes, that's definitely 3.
Yeah,
I like the idea of the dogs. I just felt like they had one stunt they could do with the dog, and they just did it like 20 times. Like, okay, like I get it, I get it. I don't know. I'm hyped for the 4th one. I really want to see it.
I opened a new box of toys yesterday. And...
Like a rando box?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was the Venom 3-pack that came with Agony and Riot. So, for those that are watching the video version of this, I guess, Riot is the big blue guy with the really weird face. He comes with a symbiote slashy thing. You know they make weapons with their hands and stuff, right?
Ah, yes.
This is Agony. She's a pink one.
I've seen her.
But
I don't think
the
I've seen
reason
Riot before.
the reason why everybody buys this 3-pack is for Venom.
Oh, the half face. That's cool.
He comes with the normal face. He comes with a normal face with a long tongue, a couple of fists, and this is like the perfect comic Venom. One of the best comic Venoms we've gotten so far. But of course, they put it in a 3-pack. Fuck you, basically.
Of course.
Nobody's gonna buy Riot and Agony singles, so they put Venom in there.
I got a Venom as well.
Oh. Wait, what? I wasn't expecting you to buy Venoms.
Is Agent Venom.
Oh shit. Oh, wait,
It's got tentacles and guns. I like anything where they use tentacles to hold more guns.
What version is this? This is not the Marvel Legends one, right? Or is it the Marvel Legends one?
I believe it is Marvel Legends.
That shit is expensive. It's hard to get now.
Yeah, I had to get on eBay. It wasn't that much, actually.
Okay. I'm guessing you paid like 40, 50 bucks.
It was 40 tops, 30 or 40, I think, somewhere in that range.
That's not horrible.
Yeah, I have them opposite my. This is like this D-list Marvel character who I kind of like, Phantom Man, because he's the opposite. Focus. There you go. It's like this white. He's a little smoke trails on his guns, which is cool. Last thing I'm going to show off is because I just got him like 2 days ago. I pre-ordered him like literally 6 months ago, and he's so much. He's 25 bucks, and he's like 8 inches tall. So I'm surprised how much plastic is in him. It's Beta Ray Bill.
Ooh, Diamond Select?
Massive Beta Ray Bill. What?
Diamond Selects?
Yeah, I think it's
Diamond
also
Selects,
Marvel
right?
Legends.
No way. No fucking way Marvel Legends selling that for 25 bucks. There's no fucking way.
Let me look.
Fucking Hasbro?
I pre-ordered it.
No.
I pre-ordered it so long ago.
I want to say Diamond Selects because it's 8 inches.
That makes sense. Because he also comes with like a big it's Marvel Select. You're right, Diamond Select. You're right.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
He comes with like the hammer,
like a diorama,
like a spinning form.
Oh, nice.
Hold as if which is pretty cool.
Nice. Diamond Select's very good value for money.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out for them in the future because that's really cool. And I'm not going to show it because he's way over there, but I finally I had like an eBay like thing watching for a cheap enough one. I got a DC's Etrigan, which is kind of cool.
Oh,
just the
McFarlane?
little demon guy. Not the McFarlane one, because the McFarlane
Icons.
one is cool, but I really wanted the stupid costume, the classic, like
oh,
tiny,
the
tight
tunic
suit,
kind of right.
Yeah, I wanted that costume specifically.
Yeah, that one's nice. The McFarlane one is a bit too McFarlane-y.
Yes, it's yeah.
You get what I mean, right? McFarlane is just all about being edgy,
little more metal edgy. Yeah,
metal edgy.
Yeah. I guess one other thing I got, like, not an action figure. I kickstarted a project a long time ago, and it finally arrived. It's a board game version of Monster Hunter.
Damn!
Which it's a big box because it comes with like some.
It just came out.
I just received it like last week or so. The Kickstarter just shipped. They've been having shipping troubles because.
Oh, okay, because
normal
COVID.
Stuff. Shipping,
right.
Yeah, because COVID and whatnot, and they're a tiny little company.
Because Monster Hunter World was quite a while ago.
Yes. Yes. But I mean, I think the Kickstarter only the project only wrapped up not that long ago.
Sarah's back?
She's back. I see her.
Okay. We were just like showing off toys and shit. So.
Our capitalistic consumption.
Sorry, I didn't even realize I was back into it because I closed the Discord. Hold on.
Okay. So also show and tell ain't over, but like I got, I'm not sure. I can't remember the name of the wave or whatever, but there was a wave that had Marvel Legends Hasbro that had a Build-A-Figure, and the Build-A-Figure is a Cobra Society like X-Men villain guy, and for whatever reason, this one of the shops that I frequently like check, they were selling a lot of they usually sell these like BAF waves in sets. And you know Hasbro is like 6 to 7 to build the entire fucking thing, right?
Yeah, usually like 7 at least.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, they were selling a few of them like solo, and they were selling the BAF individually for a really cheap fucking price, like $20, I would say.
Wow.
So
that's cheaper than a normal guy.
I mean, he's just a very simple body. He comes with
like a G.I. Joe character.
Exactly why I bought him. So he comes with 2 fists, and he comes with like 2 grabby hands type of thing, 2 relaxed grabby hands. He's very simple looking, but I love that face. I love faces inside mouths. So it's just like,
yeah, I do like that.
And I bought it because he was like, you know what? Marvel, G.I. Joe, they like to do crossovers and shit. He can be like a Marvel G.I. Joe crossover type of thing, so.
There's a Marvel like Frogman action figure. It's the same kind of thing that I really like.
Yeah,
I haven't bought it, but it's the same.
That one's pretty cool.
Thing.
That one's pretty cool.
That reminds me, one of the trailers I saw, I hadn't heard of this movie. Seth Rogen's working on an animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, Teenage, right.
Where they're very young. Like, I mean, like vibe-wise, from the trailer, it seems a lot like Superbad kind of thing, you know? Like it shows like one of the turtles like holding a watermelon over his head while they like throw ninja stars at it while they film it on their cell phones. And like, whoa, hey, you're gonna die. Like they're very, I don't know. It's like on the one hand, it seemed really goofy and dumb, but it also looked kind of fun. Like the animation style is interesting. I don't know. I think the target audience for it's a little young, but it might be good.
The toys are pretty cool. I've seen some of the toys.
The style, I did like. It wasn't a bad style. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I've been contemplating of like pre-ordering a few G.I. Joes because the last wave they announced is really, really cool. Yeah. One of the bad guys comes with a drone pad. Come on, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Comes with a drone pad. There's this guy with like scuba diving gear. Just come on, what the fuck? I really want all of them. Yeah. This guy with like a giant ass machine gun with like, you know, he can hold like the chain of bullets on with his other hand. This other guy with a bazooka wearing like a football helmet. God, what the fuck? So fucking. I love all the characters. It makes no fucking sense at all.
Yeah.
What else did you buy for?
I was trying to think. The trailer for Spider-Verse was pretty good.
Oh my god! One of the toys. Fucking expensive, like $60, but it's like cyborg Spider Woman, something like that. It's like a giant ass, like with a giant Gatling gun for a hand. What? It's insane.
You should look for it. Spider Woman.
That sounds cool as hell.
Like toy deluxe figure or something.
Yeah, I should add toy on there.
It's amazing. It's crazy. It's stupid. I love it. I love it so much. I want it.
This can't be the right thing. It doesn't look like a
Does it have
Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse, Cyborg, Spider-Woman. I mean, this is a word salad. The character looks cool. The toy doesn't look that good, but the character looks cool.
Yep. That's a Gatling gun for an arm, right?
It looks like something from Judge Dredd. Like, it's so like early 90s, like heavy metal. Yeah.
Somebody said it looks like something McFarlane designed.
100% with that face mask and that weirdly spiky shoulder plate. It's got chains on it for no reason.
Yeah.
Well, that's intense.
It's like that. I hope it's in the movie. Also,
I believe should be. Yeah. I believe it's like a normal person in a suit. I don't know.
I think it's probably just a person. It's a weird, big person. Also, related is this one, Spider-Punk, which is just like a Spider-Man with like a metal mohawk and like a guitar.
I might get this one because
like
the previous Spider-Punk is really expensive. It's just, but this one has the more across the Into the Spider-Verse look.
The trailer did have the bombastic Bagman in it, who is my favorite Spider-Man costume. Nice. So I hope they make a figure for him, or a new one anyway.
Don't you already have one?
No, I don't have any spider things. I don't love Spider-Man. It's the problem. He's okay. He's solidly okay. I like Spider-Verse by a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I did almost buy a Noir. There was like a pack that had Noir Spider-Man and also Spider-Ham in it. And it's like those are the two good ones, best ones.
That's the newest one there.
Yeah, I didn't buy it.
And I think like the top hat comes off the thingy. You can take it off, I believe. Yeah.
Maybe I should find it again. I don't need a Spider-Man. Also, this weird mecha spider person's only $20. That's insane.
There is no way it's $20.
On Amazon right now, it's $19.28.
What? Wait, what mecha spider? The weird cyborg Spider-Woman?
I sent it to you. Yeah, the spider. It says Spider-Woman. I mean, I can't tell gender on this thing. It's too metal. So here's a description. Cyborg Spider-Woman. Cyborg Spider-Woman is part Spider-Woman, part machine. I like that. She's not part spider, part woman, part machine. She's part Spider-Woman, part machine, with years of experience and a cannon for an arm. Kids can squeeze... Why kids? Kids can squeeze Cyborg Spider-Woman's legs to activate a fun spinning cannon arm action feature. That's pretty cool.
Oh, wait, what? So it's for kids?
I mean, it's 6 inches.
Oh, this is not the one. This is not the one I was talking about.
Okay,
this is the one for kids. They have 2 lines for Into the Spider-Verse. One is for kids. One is for like us adults actual collectors, action figures. It's not toys. It's not toys. It's action figures. It's fucking dolls. Okay. It's just
let's see, $22 at Walmart, $26 on eBay. Where's the good one? Whoa,
the good one is $58.99 or something like that. So when you said $20, I was like, what? But yeah, you'll find it eventually. But yeah, that is actually a thing in like the toy collector. I don't want to say community. I hate the fucking word now. But toy collector community, I guess. That's like, these are not toys. These are action figures. What's the difference?
I've been calling them accent pieces for my room.
That's a way to put it.
$6, 8 inches. Yep, this is the one. No squeezy things for this one.
Well, I mean, it's worse. What a ripoff. But yeah, the details are definitely more. It's got more color palette. That's pretty cool. That's so tempting.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it's fucking toys, man. It's just...
I'm surprised it's not a Build-A-Fig, honestly, given how big it is.
Yep.
Maybe I just go with the $20 one. It's so much worse though. It's not posable. I think that's pretty much it for me in terms of buying. I'm rewatching Search Party because Lady Hamner's watching it. So I'm not watching it like start to finish it when I just watch it with her whenever she is. Watching Picard, watching Mando. Yeah, Mando's kind of... I feel like this 3rd season, I'm enjoying it about as much as Book of Boba Fett, which is like...
Which wasn't very good.
That's fair, yeah. And that's Boba Fett. That one had a really good season finale, so I guess we'll see. But that was the only thing that really saved it. Otherwise, I agree with you. That's kind of how I've been feeling so far.
And they even like put in a Mando episode in the Book of Boba Fett, right?
Oh, pretty much the last two episodes.
It's pretty much a Mando episode.
Pretty much the last two episodes. Yeah, the part of the reason that the last episode was so cool is because Mando was in it. By the way, the subtitles keep calling him the Mandalorian, even though in season 3 he's just around a bunch of Mandalorians, and we're like, we know his name. Just say his name. Not say it. They do say his name, but the subtitles keep saying the Mandalorian, not Din.
Right.
Which is so strange.
I feel like, to me, the writers think the religion part of it, the lore of it, is more interesting than for what I actually think. Like, I don't think it's that interesting.
Yeah, it's hard.
I think it can be interesting, but I feel like the one that they created for the Mandalorians is not interesting.
Yeah, I think for me, if they ended it with going, and it's just as constricted as the Jedi religion aspect, I would be fine. But I'm really worried that they're going to be like it just feels too much of like they're right, even though they've also made little cues of how ridiculous this religion of the man, because not all the Mandalorians even consigned to this. That's kind of the point. So it's really weird. Like Bo-Katan, very much is like, okay, this is a bit much, but I also can't tell based on this episode 4, I haven't seen episode 5, if she's like starting to get with it, even though it's just weird.
There is more on that in the new episode.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll reserve my judgment, but like it's just weird because in episode, I think it was episode 4 when they go to save the little kid in the nest or whatever, and like they do a whole. So is it okay if I spoil? I think it's episode 4 this happened. So okay if I mention about it real quick, or is that a big? Okay.
Just couple minutes, I guess, for...
Yeah, it's just a couple minutes for, I think, episode 4. So the whole thing is one of the little Mandalorian kids gets kidnapped by an animal, and I guess apparently they have plenty of time to save him so they can camp overnight. Anyway, the point is that a group of them, along with Bo-Katan and Din, and the rest of the Mandalorian group, go and they have to camp overnight. And Bo-Katan has been basically taking a bit of a leadership role. It was actually her idea of how to rescue the kid because they were going to give up. And so they kind of have a newfound respect for her, even though she's not the right Mandalorian. So they have this scene where they're all sitting around eating, and she goes to Din and is like, how do you guys eat? Because you can't take your masks off. And he's like, oh, we go and find private places so that we can sit and eat, which sounds insane. And then they further make this kind of weird by she goes to leave and someone says, no, because you're the leader, you have the honor of sitting at the main campsite. So you get this scene of her sitting by herself. And I felt kind of noticing like, wow, this is quiet. And like, campfires are meant to be, social, camaraderie, stuff like that. So this is super unusual. That's how I took it. I was like, oh, this is really, really weird. But I can't tell if like it was meant to be weird or if it was meant to be enlightening. I don't know yet. So we'll see. That's all I'm worried about. Because it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
I definitely don't love zealots. Just broadly speaking. So
yeah, for
I don't like Jedi. I don't want more Mandos to be like that. So we'll see. It'll be interesting.
We'll see what happens.
Which actually kind of reminds me, I'm reading a Star Wars book right now, based off of the first episode of Star Wars Visions, which is the one with like the Jedi with like the metal jaw and like the Sith and they fight in that river.
Oh, the kind of samurai battle.
Wait,
sort of.
Visions the anime
one of them.
Visions is the anime one, the anthological anime
yeah,
one. So
yeah. I really like that one.
Only based off of the first episode.
Got it. It was a good episode, so.
It's probably my favorite one.
It's not my favorite one, but I did like that one a lot.
I'm trying to remember if there's one. I thought there was one I liked more, but I can't remember what it is right now.
I don't know if you felt the same way. My favorite one was the lightsaber girl. Her father made lightsabers, and the whole reveal at the end.
That was a good one. Yes,
that was like a big favorite for a lot of people.
Yes.
I only mentioned that because I know.
I think
but
I should
anyway,
watch it.
You should definitely watch it.
You should watch it.
Okay,
they're
it's also
real,
short. It's like 6 episodes.
Yeah, not every
like 20
episode
minutes.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not every episode's a winner, but it's really, really cool to see like the different takes that they go with it and the different animation styles. The first one
nice
starts
to see like the expanded
different
stuff too. Yeah.
Exactly. The first one's really strong. The last one I felt was a really bad one to end on, but that's different. It's just really sad. But yeah, so it's a book on the first one to kind of expand that sort of storyline. That's really cool.
So so basically that episode, like the first chapter of the book, basically just retells the episode.
So it starts
and then
from
it goes
there.
from there, which is it goes in like his backstory. Or it's kind of his mission. He meets new people. It's written very well, actually. I'm very surprised because I feel like most things based on an IP are just like farmed out to like an AI at this point. But it's actually really good. So I'd actually recommend it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I am reading a new book. Actually, I haven't finished anything of it. It was recommended to me because it had a sapphic love story with a romance trope that I happen to like, but that's not the point of the book. It's called I can never pronounce this right. The Priory of the Orange Tree. It's a very big fantasy book. Like I'd have to get the book, but like
the name before.
You may have. It's like this thick. It's a very thick book. Like probably could have been split up into 5 books. That's how big it, because it's in 5 like sections. Pretty much Song of Ice and Fire style, where they're different points of view characters. But it's a dragon fantasy political book. And long story short, there's like an east and west side of this world, and the west side see dragons as evil because they usually are in their world, because they're more like Western fire-breathing dragons, while in the east they revere dragons. They're more the traditional kind of like water serpentine, almost Chinese-like dragons. And there's like a big... Basically, on the west side, their kind of apocalypse moment is coming, and so everyone's kind of freaking out. But there's some thoughts that maybe if they align with the east side, that maybe there's some peace can come and stuff like that. So it's really interesting, and I really like all the characters, so I'm enjoying it so far. The only thing that threw me off about it, I didn't realize it was a British style written book. Apparently, I don't know for your language, Char, but in the United States, we do dialogue with double quotation marks, so the 2 quotation marks around. And I guess in the UK, they only do single quotation marks for dialogue. It super threw me off. Yeah. So, fun fact. Yeah.
Was that
funny.
How Harry Potter was written?
No, but Harry Potter was, but to be fair...
Like translated.
Harry Potter was straight... Well, remember, Harry Potter, even the first book was originally in the UK. It was called The Philosopher's Stone, but they changed it to the Sorcerer's Stone in the United States for some reason. That even as a kid...
Witchcraft? I don't know.
Even as a kid, I didn't understand, because I knew what the Philosopher's Stone was as a kid. And so I was like, huh? And so I was like, that's just the Philosopher's...
What is it called? What is it called now?
The Sorcerer's Stone.
No, but what is it officially now? Is it still different? It's too soon?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
The movies in the United States, I think, because they're American made, were called The Sorcerer's Stone. I have no idea if they changed it.
The movies were
for the
American made? I thought it was like a British
production.
I guess it was a combination, but I thought it was an American company.
Oh, could be. Maybe. But British actors?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong though, but I thought it was American made. But
it makes sense. Pretty high budget stuff, right?
I bet more people read the Sorcerer's Stone version of the book. In terms of like head count than English people.
Yeah.
Globally or whatever.
So stupid. But anyway, weird. I'm enjoying it so far. I've only gotten to the first part, and then I kind of stopped reading for a couple of weeks because brains don't work. But I'll have to get back into it. So, but I'm enjoying it. It's kind of nice. What I like about it is I was getting really burnt out on trying to like read fantasy stories that everybody says are really good, like popular mainstream ones. And I went and I found this one from other people, and I was like, I'm just gonna read this one and be different. So that's what I'm doing. So fun stuff.
So I subbed to a Game Pass recently, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did you? Awesome. Pretty cheap, right?
It is, yeah. I can't remember, was it like 15 USD, 10 USD, I believe. But over here it's like cheaper than that, so it's a really good deal. There's a couple of games I want to play on it. One of it is Atomic Hearts. Haven't played it yet. I heard it's not so great, which is okay. I'll just try it out a little bit.
Heard that too.
Same here.
I did not get this feeling at all. I mean, I didn't really watch or follow trailers or whatever too much, but like to me, it felt like a Russian take on BioShock, I guess.
Sure.
Right? But apparently the character is kind of like Duke Nukem, which is really weird. What the fuck? Like the way he talks and everything. And there's like a lot of boobs in the game. Not even sure if I want to...
if I think of Atomic Heart, I think of the picture of the robot boobs. Like that's just, basically
like,
the cover for
hell?
the game. It might as well be.
Like it's such a... I don't want to say tonal shift because I don't know what the original tone was supposed to be, but like such a weird contrast, I guess. I wasn't expecting Duke Nukem BioShock. What the fuck?
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just weird. But like, okay, that's that. Haven't played it yet. I will report in once I do. I played Hi-Fi Rush, finally. One of the other games that I really wanted to play. It's basically a character action game. It's if you like combos, Devil May Cry, those kind of stuff, it's pretty much that more or less, but with a rhythm twist to it. So like attacking enemies to the beat, dodging to the beat, timing some of the special attacks, those kind of things. It's one of those like you don't have to really master all the whole game, but it's probably more fun if you do. So I stopped halfway. I don't know. It's just the music's cool, visuals are really fun, but after the first couple of hours where that's no longer like you have to get into the gameplay. The gameplay is fun, is good, but like I said, it's one of those like you just really gotta like I just cannot figure out the combos. Like I just can't. So if you play Devil May Cry and you can't figure out the combos, it ain't gonna be fun. So it's just one of those games for me where I just can't figure it out. And it's okay. I would say like objectively, it's a good game. It's beautiful, very cool soundtrack, everything. The combos are like, there's a lot of things you can like upgrade your characters with. There's like assist attacks and stuff like that. So it's quite deep as well. But I just can't figure it out. So I stopped. Which is a shame. It's one of the reasons why I subbed to a Game Pass. But, I randomly saw a game called Tinykin. I didn't really hear much about this game. I think I randomly saw it maybe once or twice, random Reddit posts or something. And it's, I guess, one of my favorite games in the past few years. It's just very weird. It just came out of nowhere. I started playing it and I was like, holy shit, I loved it. So it's Pikmin, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh no!
Boy!
So it's pretty much that.
So, do you have a bunch of children?
Oh, no.
Children controlling ants. Okay,
you're like a small dude in a normal sized house, but you're a small dude.
Okay, I was picturing children.
You don't throw kids at enemies or anything.
I was like, that's so bold.
You find these things called Tinykins. And they all come in different colors, like Pikmin. And each color has their own use. Some pick things up. Some connect electricity. Some, you can climb on them. And I love it so well. One thing, there's no combat. There's no combat at all.
Oh,
it's all about platform. Yeah, it's all about platforming, puzzle solving, and each room. So you go to like the kitchen, you go to like the playroom, the bedroom, the bathroom, and the rooms are designed so well. Like everything is well connected. When you go in the first time, there's like so much to explore, but you don't feel overwhelmed. Like the room is just the perfect size with the perfect amount of nooks and crannies. with the perfect amount of connection, like being able to get around the room because it is pretty big. But you just don't feel overwhelmed. It's such a I don't know, it's perfect. Like the level design is amazing. It's so good. And and there's no combat, so it's just very chill. Like certain things, if you drop from very high up, you die, but you just pop back up straight away, like from the previous. Like you don't get punished at all. The collectibles are like easy to find ish. There's a part where like you find a certain amount of collectibles, then you get to upgrade a certain thing, but past that you can find more of the collectibles that don't upgrade anything, but it's more for completionists. So if you're not really a completionist, it's not difficult to get that upgrade, but if you are a completionist, there's still something else after. I don't know, it's just such a well fucking designed game. It's just so amazing. And I just love how magical it feels, even though it's just in a normal house. It's just amazing. I love this game so fucking much. I hope there's a sequel, I guess. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna buy it, like, once it goes on sale, like on Steam or something. Pretty sure I want to get it on the Switch as well. Just like have it handheld. That's nice. Yeah, definitely try out Tinykin. Like look it up. If you like Pikmin style games, if you like puzzle solving, platforming with like very chill, no combat, I think it's like so good. It's so good. Yeah, that's like my favorite game in my current like Game Pass sub. Not even close. Not even close. I'm gonna probably continue one more month subbing it because I want to try. I don't think Redfall is coming out in April. I think that one's coming out in May.
I'm very much looking forward to that, though.
That one's interesting. That one's on Game Pass, so I might like just keep subbing and like try it out. That one's Redfall is like by Arcane, right? The Dishonored guys, Dishonored people. By Arcane, PvE vampire, like Left 4 Dead.
I'm thinking of a different one.
Wait, what? What are you thinking of?
Come back to me.
You're not thinking about Redfall, the vampire game?
I'm thinking of, is it Nightingale? No.
No idea what that is.
Uh,
But yeah,
it's from the creators of like what was the game that was how to describe this game? It's a stealth action game in like steampunk whale hunting city. Dishonored.
Oh,
it's
Dishonored.
Creators.
yeah,
oh,
Redfall, right?
Is it the same game? It's Redfall? Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure it's the same game. Like that.
I keep
the
forgetting
Dishonored
that's
guys,
PvP,
Arcane.
and every time I learn, I'm like, God dang it.
Wait, that's PvP?
Didn't you just say it was like PvE up until it was PvP?
No, I said PvE. I didn't know there was PvP.
Only
I'm not
PvP?
sure if there's PvP. I'm not sure now.
Okay.
Are you thinking
'Cause
about
there's-
that?
rewind. Rewind.
Are you
There's
actually
some
thinking?
game. Go ahead.
Are you thinking of that Capcom dinosaur game? I think it's Capcom.
Maybe.
Like it's like a PvE PvP game. PvE VP.
It's like a competitive PvE game.
I feel
Right.
like you're thinking of that
Could be.
dinosaur game by
Yeah,
Capcom.
could be.
That's coming out soonish. That everybody thought was Dino Crisis, but it's not. So I think you're thinking that. That's the only one that I can think of that is like PvE VP. God, I hate all these fucking. But yeah. News wise, there's not much.
What? There's so much.
I just
E3
recently
got
saw.
canceled.
Oh yeah, E3 got
Right?
cancelled. Yeah, because nobody wants to join E3, which is
Much surprise.
which is a bit of a shame because there's been quite a few like there's been like quite a few funny moments from E3.
It is. I mean, it's too bad. E3 really should have just leaned into like the convention style a bit more, as opposed to. Well, originally it was more of like an exclusive like press pass.
Oh,
event.
that's what you meant, right?
They,
Right.
yeah, they really only opened to the public like probably the last couple of years of when they were active. Quite frankly,
Oh.
before COVID. Yeah, I mean it was. You
And
didn't
at
really.
that time, a lot of companies are already not doing E3, right? Like Nintendo wasn't.
It was like the last couple of years when you would like they were starting to leave, but not everybody. Like they had a year I think that was really strong, and then after that people started leaving, and then COVID for sure just sank it in the dirt. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's just one of those combination things where like they probably could have leaned into, I think, the convention kind of format and maybe some other things. And also on top of that, tons of companies just found it better to instead do their own shows, often with just, a pre-order link as opposed to try this out. So it just kind of sucks, but not surprising. It's pretty dead in the water at this point.
Yeah. I saw like a few highlights because, of course, the Reddit thread somebody shared like highlights like this. What was it? I think it was PlayStation 2. I think it was a PlayStation or PlayStation. I think it was a PlayStation. Like, they were announcing the price, and it's like a really cheap price compared to the competitors or something. And the guy was just like, okay, now this dude is gonna like come and like do his presentation. And he just comes onto the podium and it's like $2.99, and he just walks off. It's just kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
I think it was a PlayStation 1.
That.
I believe so. Yeah, I think it's a PlayStation 1. Ridge Racer, that's a good one. My Body is Ready, of course. I just love the Nintendo ones. But yeah,
I
E3...
tried to go and buy a physical version of
My Body is Ready?
Metroid Prime. Last weekend, I went to 2 locations.
Oh, you mean the remastered version?
Yeah, it's sold out. Apparently, the physical copy is just like impossible to get right now, and I had no idea.
Jeez. That sucks.
Oh, maybe I should get one then. It's like $40. It's not a $60 game.
Yeah, I never played it the first time around. I remember being aware of him. That game looks cool, so I wanted to play it, and I don't want to digitally buy it.
Yeah. I recently saw just right before the podcast. A game by Sega called The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's an actual official game by Sega. It's not a fan game.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a free vision novel. Yeah. About
what the hell?
About investigating the murder of Sonic. On
All
a train,
right,
I believe.
I guess they're just throwing away their competition with Mario and going full on Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. So it's like it's like that KFC vision novel. Remember that one?
Oh god, yeah. I never looked into it, but yikes.
Yeah, it's free. Check it out, I guess, if you want. But like, I like it when the companies don't take their IPs too seriously.
And Sonic really doesn't deserve to at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, neither does like Mario, but still.
Anybody
that
want?
was another weird thing in the movie theater. There was a commercial during the trailers for Mario. And it had this really cheesy, like make it a Mario Day, like this super catchy like pop song. It's like,
oh, that's
a
so
Mario
strange.
Day. Like, I mean, you can play Mario, but making a whole day out of it.
That's so weird.
I'll do it, but I'm not proud of it whenever I play video games all day.
Was it Chris Pratt singing?
No, it was only video games. It was not for the movie. Like, it was showing just the Switch Mario games, like all of them.
That's so funny.
It was very weird.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mario movie is shaping up to be something interesting. I don't know how true this is, but rumor has it that Nintendo has, like, put their foot down on some of the shit in there. I don't know what that means, but apparently they're really taking, like, a tight hold on this production, so be interesting to see what that means.
I mean, that's Nintendo for you, I guess.
Yeah.
So Nintendo Land opened, like, a month ago, right?
In Japan?
I've been seeing people
in LA.
I've been seeing people going.
Yeah, I didn't. It's weird. I didn't.
Unless the one I'm seeing is the Japan one. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about it. Maybe it has. I don't know why I haven't heard anything about it.
Maybe it's only for the press. I thought it was for everybody.
It could just be I'm just not hearing it from people that would go. I mean, my news is basically what my social circle says is news at this point. So I'm sure maybe I just missed something, but be interesting.
Yeah, I was reading like there was like some review of the like Mario Kart ride. Like it's a pretty good ride, but like it's not as fun as just playing Mario Kart. Like, I'd rather just play Mario Kart at the end of the day.
I mean,
it's hard.
There's a difference between there's a difference between a video game and going out and doing stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's supposed to, I guess, be like a Disneyland for Nintendo. I can't imagine that's too hard to do. I don't know. I don't know.
So.
It's not my job. But yeah.
The other news thing I was thinking of that was big was I don't know. There's not much news other than the headline of Jonathan Majors getting arrested, which seems
that's the Kang guy, right?
Yeah, the actor who plays Kang the Conqueror in Marvel. He's kind of he's kind of being set up as the new Thanos, the next Thanos.
I wanted to ask that. Did you get that feeling? Like he was going to be
that way?
Yeah, he was going to be the big bad.
If you see Ant-Man, it's not ambiguous. If you like, it's very clear that that's what they're doing in Ant-Man. Because he shows up in Loki, and he shows up again in Ant-Man, and then Ant-Man, they're like, "This is the next big bad."
Wait, hold on.
Here he is.
The one in Loki is not him, right? It's a different
version.
Different time.
So in the comics, there's a character called Kang the Conqueror, and he shows up all the time in there's different versions of him because he time travels so much. He's kind of just like fractured. And it's like, oh hey, it's like Spider-Verse. It's like just a bunch of Kangs. And so you're right that the one in Loki and the one in Ant-Man have like they are forked. They are variants basically.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I guess he's taking the whole villain thing a bit too. Too much method acting, I guess.
I was trying to describe to someone because like the Marvel has their variants and they're like canonical and they're known and they're explained. And then she's like, oh, it's so weird how in DC, Margot Robbie's getting replaced by Lady Gaga in the new Joker film.
Wait,
and, like,
what?
Yes.
So because the new Joker film, the upcoming new Joker film has Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. But I was trying to explain to her how the Joker movies are not part of the DCU. They're like they call them Elseworlds movies or whatever. And like even the new Batman with Robert Pattinson is Elseworlds. It's not DCU.
Wait, they have a name for that? They call it Elseworld? Oh,
I actually didn't know that. That's good to know.
They call
Makes sense though.
I don't. Yeah,
just
I
like
don't know if the comics call it that.
One-offs, right? One right? That's basically it.
Well, no, because they're getting sequels, but
right.
They're just not. I think it just means not part of the DCU.
Yeah, just not part of like the expanded universe, from what I understand. It's like they exist in their own universe because this is the Joaquin. Am I saying his name right? Joaquin Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Joker.
Phoenix.
That's the one that Lady Gaga's in.
Yeah, Joker face.
Yeah.
Joker face.
Which like I understand.
Really
that is really funny. Which like makes sense because if Margot Robbie was in it, that would be like. It would be all of a sudden a DCEU kind of thing.
Yeah. Because the Joker movie was, I don't remember if they even like mentioned Batman in it at all.
They mentioned Thomas Wayne, right?
They mentioned Bruce and Thomas Wayne. He meets Bruce Wayne because Bruce Wayne's a kid. Yeah. And then spoiler alert about Thomas Wayne, but yes, I didn't say the spoiler. There's a real spoiler about that, but yeah, Thomas Wayne's in it.
But like he's like it's like of all of the like adaptations, the Joker movie was the least superhero-y, supernatural.
Yes.
The universe in which it took place, like we talked about Robert Pattinson, like like they don't have like the Penguin's just like he's like a mobster. They don't have powers.
Yeah.
But like even in Joker, there's even less less super stuff.
Even the Robert Pattinson one, like Joker Penguin doesn't really have powers, right? He just has He just looks like a bird, kind of.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard a villain in the next Batman with Robert Pattinson is going to be Clayface, which he's hard. I don't know how they can do him not supernatural.
Like, right.
Yeah, Science experiment,
they'd have to change
usually.
it a lot. Like maybe he's just a guy who wears putty on his. I don't know. Like maybe. I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Well, he was originally an actor, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little sad they're making a sequel to Joker because that was a movie that I really don't think needed a sequel. But whatever. I just think like so. This is gonna be hard to explain. As someone who works in psychology, sociopathic villains are very uninteresting to me. Because they are very often not portrayed correctly or just even well. And it's just not... I don't find them interesting. The Joker movie was...
And they're romanticized.
Yes. The Joker movie was interesting because I appreciate the fact that they took a more realistic mental health approach of like... It wasn't perfect, obviously, but they definitely took the approach of like, this is a man who probably has schizophrenia. A little bit more of the legit, like, not necessarily schizophrenia, but definitely some kind of a severe mental illness. And because of that, cannot find good work, cannot get good medical care, which is extremely true. And as a result, starts to go deeper. But then he's like given things that he should not be given, like a gun, and then goes deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole. And so, like, I appreciated what they were trying to do with that. It did make me uncomfortable, but I appreciate what they were trying to do. And I'm not going to get my soapbox about why the answer is not just better mental health care, because it's a way more complex problem than that. He needed a good house and a good job more than he needed mental health care. Then that was going to come later. But anyway, the point, well, maybe some better medication too. But the point is that, like, I appreciate what it was trying to do. I'm very not interested in seeing his further descent into crazy sociopathy. So that's my concern, but I guess we'll see.
I wonder if Harley Quinn will be a therapist in this one.
Probably.
She's usually well, they can't get the terms right. She's usually a psychiatrist, which means that she's not really doing therapy, but she is more of a medical doctor and helping with medication. They also often say she's a psychologist, which is also not necessarily a therapist. They can be, but usually a psychologist is more about doing testing and sometimes looking at IQ and sometimes looking more at, like, different types of diagnosis, really, than a psychiatrist. Psychiatrist is the medical doctor that can prescribe pills. Psychologist is more of the researcher. I believe, really, she's more of a psychologist based on what they say she was trying to do, because she was trying to research Joker, so that's probably what it is. But I think other iterations just mix it up and say psychiatrist. So we'll see. We shall see. I don't know. But they do also mishmash those and sometimes say she's a therapist.
And the Bruce Wayne in the Joker movie is Robert Pattinson.
No. Different.
They should just,
I thought you were serious.
Combine it.
That would be cool.
That would be interesting.
I think
well,
it'd be cool.
Unfortunately, we already know they're not going to go that pathway because we did see the Joker in the Robert Pattinson movie. That's not Joaquin Phoenix, so...
It's
and the age difference.
I forgot about that.
I forgot who played that guy, because I just saw. I watched. I think since the last episode, I watched the Banshees of Inisherin, and he's in it. That same actor is in it.
Yeah,
the same actor.
And the age differences makes sense.
You mean the Penguin?
Colin Farrell? The Joker. But also Colin Farrell. They're both in it. That's funny.
I was thinking Colin Farrell.
That's
what?
really funny.
Okay.
Also, Mad Eye Moody's in it.
The Joker.
That's interesting.
I can't remember who played him in the.
He was only in the last
right
5 seconds.
It's like a post-credit sequence, basically.
Yeah, and the age difference in the Robert Pattinson one versus the Joker, because Joker's like in his 30s, and in the Joker movie, and Bruce Wayne is like 10.
You think he's in his? Oh, in the flashback, right. Okay, yeah. Because wait, is it a flashback? Because I felt like he was.
No, it's not a flashback.
Okay,
it's real.
But I thought that he was like in his like mid-40s.
Well, maybe he's older though. That's what I mean. Sorry,
Oh,
30. He's like middle age, like 30s, 40s. Which 30s not really middle age, but like I guess neither really is 40s in some definitions. But anyway, he's like 30s, 40s, and Bruce Wayne is a kid. But it's not a flashback; it's happening in real time. They just decided to do a huge age gap, which is fine. Just
the Joker is the one that can. He was in the Eternals.
The Joker was in the
Was he?
Eternals.
Yeah.
Oh, the Robert Pattinson was.
Yeah.
He was?
The actor,
oh,
yeah.
I don't remember.
The one that can control people's minds or something?
He was. Yes, you're right.
Barry, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
He was in Dunkirk as well. That's the other thing I've seen him in.
He's
He's fine as an actor.
Hold on.
Okay.
I forgot he's in Eternals. That's really funny.
Yeah. And
I didn't really care for his
Kumail
Joker
Nanjiani.
makeup. I didn't know what they were doing with it.
I don't know if it's...
I mean, it was visually upsetting, which is what they were going for. But like, why, you guys? Why are you doing this? He looks like, I don't know, like a potato. It's like falling apart, and you put rocks in it for teeth or something. Did you pick up anything, any of you, for the Steam sale?
Nah.
I did not.
I only picked up 2 things that I'm probably never gonna play. I intend and I want to play them. I got the Jedi Fallen Order that you sent, Char, because it looks fun for $5. And I picked
it
up,
was super cheap.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nice. That was a good one. Honestly, I haven't bought games in a while.
Good.
I rarely buy games now.
Yeah.
It's just-
Yeah, same.
I mean, number one, a lot of the money is going to toys. So
Oh, also, I was just looking. I'm talking about toys. I was just looking up the D&D toys, and they made so the main party. It's a party of 4 heroes. So it's the bard, the wizard, the
you
barbarian.
mean the Hasbro one?
Yes.
Okay.
But in the movie, there's these 3 and a druid, a tiefling druid, and
yes.
they did not make an action figure for her. They left her out for some reason.
The druid?
They just announced. They have one now.
Okay, are you sure?
Okay.
Yeah.
Announced where?
Hasbro Pulse live stream on YouTube.
Okay, the live stream stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, God,
they showed off the tiefling. They showed off the paladin.
Yeah,
there
it's
is a paladin. Yes,
Oh.
I think it's a party of 5.
Paladin.
He kind of comes and goes. He's not really with them the whole time.
Got
They
it. Okay,
sh-
he's
they
the
showed
DNPC. Got it.
They showed off. So
He's the party member who can't make every session.
So they showed off like the movie stuff and the non-movie stuff, both D&D. So the movie
Cool.
stuff, they have the snow owlbear, and the non-movie one is the normal forest jungle owlbear, the brown one.
Owlbear?
Sure.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same mold, just different paint apps. They
Yeah,
both look really
that's
good
cool.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, one of my favorite things from that live stream was the diceling of the mimic. It's so fucking
talked
good.
about that.
It's so good. The freaking thing transforms into a chest from the die to a chest, and it opens up with a tongue. I mean, oh my god, it's so good. I think I'm gonna get that one. Like, that's the only one I'm gonna get.
Okay, watch out for those mimic chests.
But
Well,
the monsters are really good though. Like the first one they came out with was the dragon, the black one. That one's out.
Yeah.
Then they're doing the snow owlbear, the forest
His
owlbear,
name's Raycor. Rakor?
record. Yeah.
Rain. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of Star Wars. I was gonna say the Rancor, but that's Star Wars. I don't know.
And then they showed off what I think is really fucking cool. It's like a puma with tentacles. What is it called?
The Displacer Beast.
The place of beast. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's so
That's
fucking
my
cool.
favorite.
Displacer
monsters,
Beast.
generally. It's pretty
The
good.
best
Yeah,
part
they
about
are.
it, the tentacles,
bad.
is bendy wire.
That's good.
It's so good. It's
I
Wow,
do
they really went
think-
all out.
In my head, a Displacer Beast looks a little like I remember seeing the movie. I'm like, this is. I thought its head. It's just it's a Black Panther. It's a Black Panther with tentacles. And in my head, like its head should be a little more monstrous, but it's still very cool.
It is.
Yeah.
And then the last
An
monster
action
they
figures.
showed off was the one with the giant eye.
The Beholder.
A beholder.
Beholder, yeah. I mean, it looks cool. It looks really cool, but I don't think it articulates so much. So
Yeah.
And it comes with, like, a
Let me
stand.
tell you. Let me tell you that these D&D monsters are coming from years and years of some of the good ones still coming in newer editions, and the bad ones just getting pushed that way. For every owl bear, there's a werebear.
what's a werebear?
I remember an assware, which is like somebody who turns into a donkey. I'm not sure.
What?
Yeah, they have werewolf, but fill in the blank.
Yeah,
Right.
there's a way
Yeah,
for
like-
everything.
There's a yeah.
So it's just
There's
a bear, isn't it? Kind of.
It's like a big bear.
But it's
It's
like
a person
big bear.
turns into
werewolf
a
is like
bear.
usually they seem to be like a scarier wolf, not just
Monstrous
like a
wolf.
regular wolf.
That's
yeah, more monstrous
true.
wolf.
So this bear looks more monstrous, kind of.
I mean, it's probably probably harder to kill.
It's so yeah.
But yeah, I'm not even listing some of the stupider. They have some of the older editions had some. They were running out of ideas. It's like Pokemon for
They're like
monsters.
Mega Man villains.
Yeah. And so for every Displacer Beast, you got something bad.
Like it's like a mimic that it's only the shape of a bowl and it doesn't kill. It just like gives you a
Yeah,
big
exactly.
like hickey. I don't know, like just weird stuff.
Yeah.
Are you being serious or?
That one
I
I mean,
mean-
made up, but it could be real.
That one,
I mean,
but it
it's that
could be
sort of
real.
thing.
I mean,
It's that
there is
sort of
like a
thing.
mimic. There is like a mimic rug. There's mimic like
Yes,
walls
ceiling.
and ceilings and
Mimic
floors.
Okay.
Yeah, that
You
one
could
almost killed
conceivably
my
have
ex.
A whole room of mimics.
Yeah,
A
you really
mimic
could.
house. It's basically a
Pretty
mimic
much.
house.
Basically.
Oh yeah,
All the
yeah. There's
furniture
definitely been
mimics.
jokes about doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those rugs are no joke. I was playing it back when I was still dating my ex, and we were playing in a game together. His character almost died to a couple of those.
So don't you just like go around stabbing everything then? It's like
pretty much. Yeah,
I mean, that's how you do Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, like I remember, like when you finally get the ladle, because like finally a weapon that I can hit things with and not risk breaking them, but still trigger the mimicry if I have to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the joke was after that, all near-death experience, his character just casts like fireball at every rug he saw. No chances taken. So, yep.
Apart from that, Counter-Strike 2 was announced. That's the thing.
Counter-Strike 2.
Cool, I suppose. And The Last of Us Part 1 is on PC right now. Really bad reviews though because it's not optimized very well. So, yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, yeah, it's getting really bad reviews.
Yikes. They need to do better on that.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else. Nothing
I don't
else
either.
that's
I
interesting,
am continuing my my secret plan to just keep talking about D&D. Teasing.
Oh, here's a good... I googled dumb classic D&D monsters, and there's a duck bunny.
Yes, there is. I never faced one. I've just heard of it. I don't know these monsters, but like my brother is really big in D&D, so he's mentioned these. There's also the sheep and wolf. The wolf in sheep's clothing is a common enemy. That's also kind of dumb.
There's something called a stench cow with a K.
I didn't know that one.
They are
that
the cattle of the nine hells.
That sounds dumb as hell. Yeah.
Oh, I like this mauler. That's actually really cool.
Anyways.
Ooh, a spider horse. Don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like the thing of nightmares.
Severe arachnophobia. So I'm not looking that up.
So you're not going to play Deep Rock Galactic ever?
I've
They're
played
not
Deep Rock
spiders,
Galactic.
but they're... Okay.
But like Grounded, I would turn that shit all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a cool one. Blindheim. It's a giant frog that shoots lasers from its eyes.
That doesn't sound very fantasy. Lasers?
I mean, they're like big beams of power.
Okay.
There are
That's
like
not
I can see
fancy
it. I
enough.
can see it.
What about
There's,
this
like,
thing?
they don't
It's
call it like
called a-
laser beams, but
It's called a modron, and it's like a pyramid with just random arms and legs and eyeballs coming out of the different faces, and it's holding like a knife.
That's kind of creepy sounding.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah, you
creepy.
guys-
It's like some berserk shit.
You guys wonder why Final Fantasy has like weird creatures? They just stole.
But I
it
feel
from
like
D&D.
Final Fantasy is... I don't know. Is there
Well,
anything
Final
weird
Fantasy-
in Final Fantasy?
Well, some of the monsters that you fight are very random. That's what I mean. Like, here's Cactuar. It's just a sideways cactus that runs. Like
I
stuff
love
like that.
That's my favorite one.
Oh, I love Cactuar. Don't get me wrong.
I love
Especially
it- I
Jumbo
love it as well.
Cactuar from
I
Final
love it.
Fantasy
There was
VIII.
a Tonberry.
There's a Final Fantasy crossover into Monster Hunter, and those things show up as like little like environmental hazards, and they're
love
so
it.
strong. Like if you can, like they're damaging to you, but if you trick a monster into one, like it's
That's
free
funny.
damage. It's so good.
10,000 needles.
Yeah.
I mean, Final Fantasy basically just stole from D&D and then became its own thing. A lot of things did. So they have mind flayers in Final Fantasy. That did not come from Final Fantasy.
The only thing that is kind of interesting, I feel like, that's getting talked about recently is a game called Dredge. It's a
Dredge.
It just
It's
came
a-
out like 2 days ago. It's been on my
yeah,
list.
it's Lovecraftian
Looks cool.
fishing game.
Yeah.
Oh, I have heard of it. Okay.
It looks pretty cool. Not sure if I'll ever
Yeah.
play it, but like, if you're into that
I'm
kind of
not
thing.
gonna buy it for full price. It's only $25, so I was very tempted to buy it, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. I think.
Lovecraft, there's like a set of tropes that like just knows how to research every couple of years without like getting people too tired of them. I swear.
Oh, Ghostwire Tokyo. That's the one I'm waiting for to come out on Game Pass. I think it's coming out next month.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it's good. I know it's sort of like a Japanese take on like the whole like dual wielding first person RPG type of thing in a like modern setting with like yokais and stuff, I believe. Sounds cool. And I think the people who made it was like the one that made who made it?
Who?
Yeah, Tango Gameworks, the one that made the really scary game by Shinji Mikami, Evil Within, and Hi-Fi Rush, which is weird, but yeah,
Yeah.
I like that they make really weird stuff. So like things that they are completely different. So that's cool. Yeah.
I just saw there's a new game. It's in early access that looks like Grounded, but less cartoony.
Small Land?
More realistic. Small Land.
Small Land. Looks interesting.
It does look interesting. It looks like it might be more sandboxy.
And looks more fantasy than Grounded. Grounded is like
I don't know.
realistic,
in
right?
This,
sort of.
Well, no. In this, like, the armor does look pretty fantastical, and I'm seeing people like with like bug wings, like gliding and like riding a grasshopper. But in Grounded, you do get like magic staves. Like you find like if you find like a breath mint, you use the breath mint to craft like an ice staff. And if you find like a cinnamon candy, you use that to craft like a fire staff. The elemental damage is like minty, spicy, and sour are the like elemental damages in Grounded.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was more like scientific.
No, I mean it definitely has like you're going to labs like oh yeah, because like science shrunk you down, but it's definitely like that like very hand wavy like magic-y kind of science.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have any. I couldn't find anything else in terms of news.
Yeah.
There wasn't much.
That was
Which
much for me.
is the same thing every freaking time we record. So pretty
We're
much.
just enjoying our time.
Y'all want to do the thing?
Sure. This is Sarahscopic, Sarahscopic. I am mostly doing a lot of D&D with my wife Callie on Escalia, Eskalia, if you're interested. Otherwise, I'm on Twitter until it explodes in 2 weeks, so... Yay. Hit me up.
And I'm Foehamner. I'm on YouTube. Haven't played any games lately, but I have filmed most of, but not all of, and written another sketch, so those will be coming up eventually.
And I'm Pupunoob, Pupunoob, mostly on Instagram, I guess, these days, posting pictures of the toys. That's pretty much it. Yeah, honestly.
I'm gonna probably be going over there soon once Twitter dies. So I'll see you there.
But it's such a different thing. That's the problem.
I know.
Like Twitter was a very specific
Yeah. I just like Twitter's format. I liked the small text and stuff like that.
And I got so confused because I'm rarely on Twitter these days. So sometimes I open up the app and I was just scrolling. I was like, I don't remember following all these people. And then I looked up and it's like, I'm on my For You page. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. So I switched to the ones I'm following instead.
Yeah, thankfully my For You page isn't terrible because it's been pretty curtailed. So it for people I see, it's like I sometimes forget I'm not following them because I just see them so often. I'm like, oh, that works. But it is, I mean, come the 15th, they are doing the whole only pay for verified, and it's gonna be a nightmare.
Apparently, they're thinking of also charging for the For You page or something. I don't know.
No, it's that the For You page will only show verified users. That's apparently the goal. We'll see. We'll see. The problem is that that's where I follow a lot of like artists. So that's why I'm probably just going to have to go to Instagram. But
what is it? $5 a month? Something like that?
It's like it's like $8 a month.
Oh,
I think it's 8
for a fucking check mark.
For a check mark, you can like do longer posts and like editing, and
people
stuff like that.
People don't pay for social media.
But that's the thing, yeah. Like,
I mean, I'm seeing a lot more people with check marks that would probably not have check marks.
Yeah,
but people generally don't pay for social media.
Yeah, well, the problem is that he was trying to get like for bigger companies, they were gonna have to pay like thousands. I think I saw at one point like $10,000 to like have their team be verified, essentially, and several of them are just refusing. Like New York Times and stuff like that are just like, no, because there's no protection.
LeBron James, who's worth $1 billion, says "fuck it" to the checkmark on Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, he's notoriously cheap. Like, he doesn't even pay for Spotify Premium. So it's just like, he's worth $1 billion, people. I guess that's why he has houses. He doesn't pay for Spotify Premium. He doesn't eat avocado toast. So get on it.
Exactly.
So stop eating those kind of shit. Yeah. And then you can own a house, I suppose. That's the dream.
I guess. That's the good old
avocado
millennial
toast.
Dream.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we should stop.
Okay. We should stop now.
Bye. Bye. See you all next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.